What's up, everybody? Cyclops with Paramount Cyclops. Now, how do I do this without getting into too much trouble? There is this story about a man who is claiming he has received a letter that is going against his skin colors because he has a Santa that is of a darker skin color than what other people's Santas are. The problem is, I don't believe his story. I don't believe it. I don't know if maybe I have been jaded by too many hoaxes, but I don't believe it. Something about it doesn't ring true. Now, we'll read it and I'll kind of get into it, and don't tear my head off just yet. Get my point of view. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying something about it doesn't seem right. But let's get into it. Man receives a letter going against his color of skin over a darker colored Santa decoration, and neighbors have his back. Whew. Wow, that was difficult to read. From CNN. Chris Kennedy's Christmas display features a 7-foot darker colored Santa that stands tall in his yard with a Christmas tree and a large shining sign that reads, "Joy." Good for you. Now, until now, he has received nothing but compliments since he first moved to his North Little Rock, Arkansas neighborhood in 2017. So you're telling me this whole time everything's going good, and all of a sudden now, with victimhood bucks on the line in this contested election, and in a day and age where you can get instant fame just by pretending to be attacked, and that instant fame can then lead into victimhood bucks, which in many cases are more valuable than actual dollars, this all of a sudden mysteriously happened. Okay. But just before Thanksgiving this year, he received in the mail an anonymous, of course, going against your color of skin note condemning the decorations in his yard. This is what the note said. "You should not try to deceive children into believing that I am a person with a darker color of skin," said the letter, which was signed Santa Claus. "You being jealous of my color of skin is no excuse for your dishonesty." Now, did he go to the police? No. Did he try to seek out who it was? No, he read it on a Facebook live stream. He read it over a Facebook live stream. "I am trying to be as nice as I can in this very moment because I am actually filled with rage," Kennedy said in his live stream. "Then go to the police. That's what I would recommend. Right now, your story is too perfect. It's like Jussie Smollett when I called it out from the very beginning of, it doesn't sound right. Something about it is weird. It doesn't fit. It doesn't flow. That note, the wording, the everything about it is like, what? Do you have a new person in the neighborhood? I mean, what?" And here's the thing. Are we going to investigate? I hope so, because it should be a crime. Something like that should be a crime, and I believe it is. So let's investigate it and find out what happened. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm saying, how many are we supposed to trust and believe and get shot down in our belief before we say, I'm going to withhold saying that I believe you, man. I'm going to say there are things that don't make sense. My personal opinion. I'm just saying, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not saying it absolutely didn't happen. I'm saying, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. In the video, he also revealed an image of a lighter colored of skin Santa with 2 thumbs down and the label taped to the front of the envelope that resembled the Lakewood Property Owners Association logo. Now I am really saying it's far-fetched. Now I'm really saying it is far-fetched. The real thing that angered me was the fact that the person who wrote it suggests I moved out east, where I guess they feel people of darker colored skin live, Kennedy told CNN. And I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it's a bit far-fetched. Now that said, I've had one. I've been kicked out of all sups because I was the wrong color of skin. Because I lived in the International District in Albuquerque, Nuevo Mexico. The International District was just a fancy way of saying the ghetto, the war zone. And yeah, I was the wrong color of skin even though I lived a block away. So it happens. I'm just jaded, I guess. But I don't know. It doesn't flow. It doesn't flow. And I'm pretty good at picking up on things like that, and it just doesn't flow. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And I'll let you guys know I'm wrong if I find out I'm wrong. But for now, I'm saying don't automatically believe it. Something is weird. The LPOA had nothing to do with the letter, Lakewood Property Owners Association Executive Director Evan Blake told CNN. Well, yeah, I obviously believe that. They're not going to put themselves at risk in any way, shape, or form. Blake said that he visited Kennedy and his family to condemn the letter. He also gave him a free membership to the LPOA. Of course he did, as a gesture of assurance that the Kennedys are very much a part of the North Little Rock community. And if it's found out that my reservations about this are correct and he sent this letter to himself as a publicity stunt, are they going to take it back? No, they're going to call. It'll just garner him more points. We have never had anyone do bad physical things to anyone based on their pigmentation. Blake said ideas of someone based upon their color of skin is something that we do, I can't even say that word, frown upon against, and will not stand for it. See how beautifully loving YouTube has made it. Decorations harkening back to family tradition. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I get you. You have every right and more power to you. I'm just doubting the efficacy of your story. It does not sound right. Before I get myself into further trouble, because this is all going to be taken out of context and people are going to say all kinds of crazy things, I'm going to end it there and say, look, base your own opinion, but I don't know. I have a really, 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 really good track history at looking at these things and saying it doesn't fit right, or looking at them and saying, yeah, that kind of flows. This doesn't flow right. Something about this isn't right. Something about this is weird. And I'm reservationally saying there is the likelihood he may have sent the letter to himself. Thoughts and opinions, and if you think I'm wrong, then that's fine. Opinions are welcome. The only way that we can figure out the truth is to put ourselves out there, and if somebody has evidence to the contrary, to call me out on it and say, hey, here's the evidence, and I'll be like, cool, right on, you're right. Until then, I can only go with past experiences and using past experiences and applying them to the present, and I'm saying that this doesn't sound right. Something is weird. Obviously, the event itself is horrible. Nobody should ever be judged based upon the pigmentation. They should be judged upon their characters only. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.